going on, everybody, and welcome back to another video. Yes, I don't usually make these, it's been a year since this released videos because I know they're pretty vague and I don't know, anyone, you can make this argument for a lot of games, but like, you guys know I'm the DK fan, so like, I have to make one for Donkey Kong specifically. Yeah, it's been a whole year since Donkey Kong Bonanza dropped. It's pretty crazy to say how much I look back on this game. It's one of those, like, games I want to experience again for the first time. And I've already ranted my thoughts on this game plenty of times. I'll still do that here, but I still want to talk about, like, the build-up and, like, to, like, the lead-up to this game, basically, when it got revealed. Like, man, if you haven't seen my reaction to Bananza, I'm surprised you guys still haven't. I'll be shocked if you still haven't, why I love this game so much. And yeah, the build up to this game was just amazing back in April. Like, the Switch 2, reveal, and putting Donkey Kong as a year one game was just, I did not think that would ever happen. It was gonna be like, yeah, it's gonna be 3D Mario, it's Mario, but no, they chose Donkey Kong, honestly, and that's kind of wild, honestly, and I'm just like, man, I'm so, like, I've been hoping for a new Donkey Kong game for so long. It was basically, at the time, like, with Tropical Freeze, the last Donkey Kong game that released before this game was Donkey Country Tropical Freeze, and ever since then we mostly had re-releases, and that was it, really. We just didn't get much. We had, like, other content too, like we had the Mario movie stuff, and then, we had the theme park. There were other Donkey Kong stuff going on, so it's not like DK didn't get, like, anything around that point, but as in terms of any new game, it's just been a long time, basically. So yeah, Tropical Freeze came out when I was, like, heading into middle school, basically. So, yeah, that's how long it's been, basically. So, yeah, but now, with Bananza, oh my god. Like, I look back on this game, and I still adore this game. Is it the best platformer ever made? Well, that's just a subjective thing. I don't really like to call games masterpieces, because it seems like it's a term I don't like using to call games, because it seems like you can call any game a masterpiece, and sometimes you're like, oh, it's a perfect game, or something, and usually I don't like using the term masterpiece, but in the case of this game, it's like the closest damn thing to a masterpiece in my eyes. Like, it's seriously my favorite game of all time. Like, sure, like, it could have been recency bias, but no. I go back to this game, and I still have a glorious time. I don't get sick of playing this game, which is kind of crazy, because I was, back when the lead-up to this game, I didn't really talk about how I was a little worried with the direction they were going for this game. Like, smashing anything you want, I really thought that was gonna get old very quick or something. Like, I wasn't sure if that was gonna be my thing, but no! Smashing things is hilariously fun, honestly. Grabbing a chunk, picking it up, throwing it, and swinging it around and breaking stuff. Like, dude, I was just, like, doing it so often, and, like, I just had so much fun just smashing whatever I feel like. And, like, you keep finding stuff, basically, and it just felt so much fun to do, honestly. So, yeah, the concept alone, it just didn't affect the actual levels themselves, which I was also kind of worried for, but no. The Odyssey team did cook, honestly. So, yeah, I guess speaking of Odyssey, yes, this game definitely has some similarities to Super Mario Odyssey. And sure, there's been a lot of topics of whether or not you prefer Bananza over Mario Odyssey is up to you, but even without bias, I just think Bananza is just the game. I don't know, but like, more people are gonna look back at Mario Odyssey because, like, you can't deny the impact of Mario Odyssey, like, at all. Like, starting the Switch 1, basically, like, Mario Odyssey is an impactful game for a reason, but Bananza, man, it's just the impactful game for me personally. Like, it's just the Donkey Kong game for me, honestly. Like, fun gameplay, fun levels to explore, find stuff to collect. The characters are so charming. It's like a modern Rareware game, honestly. And I say this because I'm also a pretty big Rareware fan, honestly. So yeah, just seeing that's just the fact some people do say this, like, it just shows how much charm this game has, honestly, with the personality of especially Donkey Kong's new design, which I've honestly accepted that this is the peak DK design for sure, and it really showcases it here. Like, when we first saw it in Mario Kart World, it's like, I wasn't sure, and then we saw it in Bonanza in motion, like, yeah, I love this design, basically. So, yeah, anything else with Bonanza I could say in a lot of videos. Like, I love the challenges, the soundtrack. Okay, I think looking back, honestly, this is definitely a fair thing I haven't seen people talk about, because I guess I never mentioned the Bonanzas. Like, I love the Bonanza transformations. I guess looking back, I'm not a big fan of the zebra, like Zebra Bonanza, and I guess hot take, I don't like the snake Bananza that much. Like, those are the two Bananzas I'm like, I'll use them when I want to, but, you know, I think Snake's still my least favorite, personally. Sorry. There's a Bananza challenge or whatever, which we'll talk about later, that has a Snake Bananza. It's just not fun to do, personally. But that's just some minor things I can say about this amazing game. Like, I put so many songs for backgrounds for a reason, like the Lagoon layer, the Radiance layer, the Forest layer. Like, man, there's some songs I will say, sure, it's not the best in the DK series, but there's some good stuff in there in my opinion, honestly. So yeah, Radiance layer probably be my favorite layer in the game, honestly. So yeah. I could say more about Bananza. I guess also probably the biggest criticism I see people say, which I think I could agree on, the bosses are a little on the simple side. They just are too short. I wouldn't say easy if this is your first DK game, but like they're just too short, basically. So yeah, it's definitely another criticism with this game. And I gotta say, the plot twist with Pauline, like I did not expect that at all, but it introduced a dynamic I just adore. The big man and the little daughter sort of dynamic I love. Like, it's such an adorable dynamic, honestly. I guess I found my favorite dynamic in media, honestly. So, yeah, like, looking back, and also the speculation of King K. Rool being a Bananza, and it turned out to be true. Well, sure, we got a lot of theories wrong, basically. We were still right in the end that King K. Rool was going to be somewhere in the game, and I'm glad he was in the game, honestly, because man, this was the one opportunity. It did him justice, in my opinion. I kind of wish he did show up a little more in the game, honestly. But the way he handled here is just amazing. I also want to give shout outs to the Voico group of characters. Like, a lot of the DK antagonists, like Tiki Tong, the Snowmads, and I guess Ghastly King. I don't know. I don't hate them as much as I do. Well, most so, like, Tiki Tong's like, okay, a gimmick of a boss we've seen before. Ghastly King is just style over substance boss battle, and Lord Frederick should have been King K. Rool that you always hear. So yeah, that's just unfortunate thing with these bosses. They don't, like, if fans don't talk about them as much as K. Rool, then you know something's wrong. But Voico group feels really charming. They have a lot of personality, especially Voicon himself, one of my new favorite characters now. And like, they did him justice, in my opinion. They actually feel like characters, honestly. So yeah, it's not the most deep thing ever, but for a DK game, it works really well, honestly. So yeah, I could praise a lot more at this game and stuff. Like, there's just so much I can say about Bananza, but I think, like, the amount of movement it has, like, DK's movement feels so good to control. Like, it's just the most... I just love this game so much. I think this is the best. I still think this is the best Donkey Kong game ever made, and I still think this is my new favorite game of all time. Yes, even over Mario Galaxy. That's kind of, which I still think Mario Galaxy is like my favorite Mario game of all time. Have you seen my Rosalina videos lately? So yeah. Overall, I love Bananza so much, and I will always look back on it finally and replay it for many years to come, honestly. So yeah, I'm glad I finally made this video. I wanted to make a video on Donkey Kong Bananza again. I guess I can also talk about, since there's been some Emerald Rush events for the past few months now, I'm guessing this is going on until they recycle with the first one. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of how it's handled, I guess, but like, I love exploring DK Island, so I guess I can't hate it. I don't really hate it as much as I did anymore, but if people don't want to spend $20 on an island and a mode that might not be for everyone, yeah, that's completely fair. I would rather use $20 on something completely different. So yeah. Overall though, aside that though, Bananza's still an amazing game, and one of, if not my favorite Donkey Kong game of all time, my favorite platform of all time, my favorite game of all time. I don't need to say more, honestly. Like, this game is amazing. If you haven't played Donkey Kong Bananza, what are you doing, man? If you're a platformer fan, please check out Donkey Kong Bananza. It's seriously an amazing game, and probably the reason why I'm glad I have a Switch 2, honestly. It's still gonna be... I don't know if any other Switch 2 game will top that, unless the next 3D Mario game has both Donkey Kong and Rosie in it. It's probably going to be an open world 3D Mario, though, isn't it? Anyway, that's it. I just wanted to make a short video of 1 year of Donkey Kong Bananza, and we got many more Donkey Kong stuff on the way now that DK is back in full force now, and I can't wait to see what Nintendo does more with this franchise, honestly, because hopefully this means we don't have to worry about DK's absence ever again. So yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. If you played Donkey Kong Bananza, what do you guys think of it? Let me know in the comments below. Later, folks.